Hi everyone, it's me, Michelle. Welcome to my channel, Mad for OMAD. If you're new to me, I started this journey 9 weeks ago, and it is a journey of doing OMAD, one meal a day, where I fast for about 23 hours and I have an eating window of 1 hour. My eating window does fluctuate from day to day. I sometimes eat around 5:30, sometimes 6:30, 7. It depends on my day. So I guess the fasting window kind of changes depending on my schedule. So I'm not, overly strict. I am what they call a dirty faster. And what that means is I drink coffee in the morning and I put some half and half in it. So I'm not drinking black coffee. I mainly have, though, other than that, herbal teas, water, seltzer for the most part. On a rare occasion, I might have something like a sugar-free iced tea or something like that. Other than that, I've been reporting weekly on Mondays my weight loss. And then 3 weeks ago, I added in some activity, 10,000 steps a day. So today is kind of a combination video. I wanted to share with you my week 9 weigh-in results, as well as a 2-month overall summary. And what I tend to include in my monthly summaries is I also do my body measurements, and I also share with you blood work if I've had any. I do not have any blood work to share this month, but I have updated my body measurements. So a quick review of how the week went as far as the fasting and the eating. I had a half and half week, let me put it that way. Some days were perfect, and probably more so than I'm going to make it sound. I had one night in particular that I felt a little out of control. It brought back those emotions and feelings of, the eating for emotional reasons and not feeling in control. And I didn't like being there. It started off as having, so I think I mentioned in some prior videos, I tend to do my best to stick to OMAD, one meal a day. But I have on occasions, and probably more than I'd like, to have a small fruit or one other item, maybe an hour or hour and a half outside of that hour window. So I did that a couple times this week, and then I also had that one day where I was out of control. The day I was out of control, it probably isn't the worst day I've ever had, but I had a piece of cake, I had a yogurt, I had something else. Oh, the fruit that I normally would have. So I felt like I wasn't in control a bit. And again, I didn't like being there. It brought back emotions of where I don't want to be. It was eating. I don't know if it was eating for stress or just I felt like I just wanted it, and I couldn't fight it this time. So I don't know if I've been overly depriving myself of some of the refined sugar things, which I do try not to eat for the most part. But for whatever reason, I was craving it and just couldn't stop myself. But I'm not going to beat myself up. So the motto for this week for me is progress, not perfection. I do feel like I'm making progress, and I had that one day where I felt out of control. But luckily, I talked myself out of feeling overly guilty and bad about it and said, okay, just, the next day you go back into what you've been doing for the last 9 weeks, which I did. And it's fine, and I'm fine. But you don't want to go back to that emotional eating place if you can help it. The truth of the matter is there probably will be days where I struggle with that. I'm sure anyone like me who has a problem being overweight or a problem with emotional eating will understand that it is a struggle sometimes. And, I will get through it. I've been doing well. Other than that, so maybe I'll share with you my weight loss here, and then we'll talk about my activity. Or no, here, let's start with the steps first. So as I mentioned, about 3 weeks ago, I decided to add 10,000 steps to my lifestyle. It's been a bit of a challenge. It's not as easy as I'd like some days, but I've been consistent. I wake up a little earlier than I have been, and I tend to walk about half of it in the morning, believe it or not. It's about a 40-minute walk to get in about half the steps. So that's 5,000 steps. So getting that out of the way in the morning, I shouldn't say getting it out of the way, doing that in the morning has actually been very good. It makes me feel more energetic. I'm very proud of myself for moving. And so it's been great. And then I go about starting my work day, and then probably midday, if I can, or in the early afternoon, I do maybe another 2,000 steps. And then I go back to work for a little while. And then at the end of the evening, after dinner, sometimes before dinner, but mostly after, my family and I usually go out for the rest of the steps. So that's been quite enjoyable. It's good quality time with my daughter and my husband and my son, and it's good for them too. So anyway, I'm going to share with you a slide for this week's steps. As you can see, I did 10,000 or more steps each day. So in total for this week, I did 73,375 steps. And that averages 10,482 steps a day this week, which is great. As you can see, the first week had an average of 8,620. And the second week was 10,839, and on average altogether it was about 9,980, which is kind of what I'm hoping to do, is kind of make up for some of the shortage in the first week, since I didn't start until day 3 of that first week. So on average we're almost to 10,000 steps every day. So in a few weeks, I plan to do a comparison of my weight loss with OMAD only to my weight loss with OMAD plus 10,000 steps. So we'll see how that goes. So that's that for the steps. Let's talk a little bit about my weight, and then we'll do body measurements. As far as weight loss goes, I weighed myself at the 2-month mark, which was on August 22nd. And on that day, I was at 241.8, which is a total of 18.6 pounds for the 2 months. That actually is the same weight that I was at my week 8 weigh-in. So I didn't lose any more from the Monday to, I think it was Friday or Saturday. It was Saturday. So I didn't lose anything. And then I weighed myself again today, which is Monday, August 24th. So just 2 days later. And this morning when I stepped on the scale, I weighed 241.2. So I was down 0.6 pounds for the week. So in total for 9 weeks, I've lost 19.2 pounds. So it's interesting to see how the weight loss, sorry about that, the weight loss is larger some weeks and smaller other weeks. And I'm going to kind of look for a pattern in my weight loss and how my body works. But it seems like it goes, a couple big weeks and then a small week, and then a couple medium, and then a couple big, and then a small. So we'll see how it goes. But I'm noticing that there are some weeks where I lose more, and then for whatever reason, some weeks I don't lose as much. It's possibly because of the one day I had eating the cake, but I don't think that was really it, to be honest. I think that I just had 2 prior weeks of bigger weight losses, and my body is kind of adjusting to a new level. So on average, though, for the 9 weeks, So it's 19.2 pounds for 9 weeks. So 19.2 divided by 9 is 2.13 pounds on average per week, which I'm happy with. Again, I believe 1 to 2 pounds a week is good. Of course, you always want it to go off faster than it came on, but I've been heavy probably all my life. I've had moments where I wasn't heavy, but not very many of those. Anyway, so I'm happy with the 2.13 pounds. So that is then the weight loss and the eating and the walking. And then the last thing I wanted to share with you is my body measurements. So as of July 22nd, I had taken my measurements. I had lost a total of 6.5 inches off my body. So I'm going to throw up a slide here so you can kind of see what my measurements were when I started measuring. I didn't start measuring myself until July, like early July. So 2 weeks after I started. But since then, the current month, month 2, I lost an additional inch from month 1 off my chest, off my waist, and off my hips. Which is interesting. I've heard somewhere, and I couldn't tell you where I heard it, that for every 10 pounds you lose, it's like an inch off of your waist. So far that's true. Well, I have 100 more, I'll lose another 10 inches. I hope that's true. So anyway, I lost an inch off of my chest, my waist, and my hips. And then I lost a 1/4 inch off of both my arms and my thighs. For a total of 4 inches lost this month, which is great. So in total, I've lost a total of 10.5 inches off of my body. Yay! I'm shrinking. I do have a before and after picture, which I'm going to throw up right here for you to see. You know, it's funny. I look at it and I'm like, does it look different? It's really hard to see, but like I have to look a little hard to kind of see a difference in my body. So I don't know. You tell me if you see a difference. You would think that it would look a little more drastic, being about, you know, 3 inches off my waist and my hips. I think that's where I see it actually, and a little bit in the back, and the hips in the back are a little less bulky, but my stomach is still out there, but that's all right. It'll come off eventually. So that's that. I do have some prescriptions for some blood work to be done soon. I have my physical in October, so maybe not next month, but the following month I might have some results for you for changes in blood work. I potentially might have something for next month, but we'll have to see. So I hope you're finding these videos interesting and informative and motivating. That's my goal. My goal is first of all accountability to myself, and second of all is to be motivating for somebody else. I found other people's YouTube channels to be an inspiration to me, and my hope is that someone can join me on my journey, and even if it's one person, that'd be great. I'd love to inspire somebody the way I felt inspired by someone else. So I hope you find some inspiration and motivation to take care of yourself and love yourself, because we are all worth it, right? And I'll be thinking of you this week. And thank you for watching, and we'll see you next week. Take care. Bye.